back, YouTube. This is none other than your boy Blitzwave here. Today we're doing The Last of Us episode 5 review because it dropped early. I enjoyed this episode. This episode made me cry. By the way, spoiler alert, because it will be spoilers in this, so you have 3 seconds to get out while I scratch my head. Okay, 3 seconds up. So, in the beginning, it starts right off where Joel and Ellie fell asleep, and Sam and them sneaks in the room and got guns pointed at them. Not exactly like the game. In the game, I think it was a little different. I think Joel and Ellie had ran into Sam. They ambushed them through the window because they was coming through their room, through the window they was going through. And they fought, and Joel was beating his butt, beating Sam. I mean, not Sam, but I forgot his brother's name, but Sam is the little kid. But beating Sam's older brother butt, and he's like, yeah, I was trying to kill you. And this one, that didn't happen. They just sat down and talked. Navigate, they settle on a truce and say, okay, we're gonna work together and this is what we're gonna do. Muchacho. So with that happening, Sam, they end up working out a plan. He's like, hey, I got a plan. And by the way, I did not like this. I don't know why they did this, but it worked. It paid out. Hey, long as it works, I'm cool with it. So Sam is actually deaf in this. Like I said, I don't know why they did this, but now that I've seen the end credit scene, know why they did this. They wanted it to feel more impact, more sad, because he doesn't have a voice when he gets infected. So they're doing sign language with Sam, telling him, okay, they finna help us through the sewers. So they go down the sewers, join them, ask questions like, yeah, it could be some more infected down there, but Sam, older brother, said that they drove them down there like 3 years ago. He's not really sure. But I do know for you to turn into a bloater, you have to be infected for at least 6-7 years. So he actually lied about that 3-year thing before, because for infected to turn into because you turn it, there are 4 stages of being infected and turning into a monster. The first one is a runner. The second is a clicker. The third is the second is a stalker, and then the third is a clicker, and then fourth is a bloater. And then there's like other infected that is very, very rare. You really see them, they like turn into these like acid infected, like they have spores on them that spits out acid, burns your skin right off. You can't even get near them. But in this one, we just get the bloater. But anyways, cool Easter eggs. All the Easter eggs from the game in this, there are notes and stuff on the wall. You'll see them. Like I said, I can't point it out to you. Maybe when I get my Patreon, when I hit 500 subscribers or 1,000, I'm gonna set up a Patreon page for you guys, and I do my live reaction on there. Probably I won't even charge that much, probably like $2 literally to join. But so they have all the Easter eggs in the classroom, and Jordan and Sam, Ellie, and all them sitting down laughing and chilling and all this stuff. And Joel tells them tone it down just a little bit because they're not out of the woods yet, because he doesn't know if Sam or the brother was telling the truth about how long the infected been on the ground. So they're just sitting there chilling. And by the way, they actually waited to night to do this, because they waited to night to go. And the sniper shows up. And it's an old man. It's not some dude in some regular mask. It's actually the legit sniper, like an old man sniper. I guess they got their own sniper for the show, but it was an old man. And Joel is like telling him, please. He's begging this old man, please, don't do this. He's old. He's like, the dude look like he's like 60 or 70 years old, which explains why he was missing his shots. Because a young sniper with good eyesight are gonna hit every shot, hit everything. But I don't know. Some old people are good at shooting with a rifle. So Joel is begging him, don't do it, and Joel has no choice. Dude picks up the gun, about to try to shoot Joel. Joel shoots him immediately. And then he picks up the rifle from just like in the game. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's gonna take dudes out. He's out there sniping dudes, taking them out. And then he shoots the woman in the truck. Truck flies off, hit one in the house, catches on fire. And as the leader, chief of command, she walks out. And she's like, kids die all the time. That's okay. It's like, that don't mean nothing to me. I was like, this woman's going full psychopath. So he's like, he's telling her, hey man, let the kids go. You can have me, all that stuff. And then she's like, I don't care. Pulls out the gun. As soon as she's about to shoot him, the truck sinks into the ground, falling into the ground. I don't know how the bloaters and them though got to that side though to dig on. I guess it's some kind of mining down there. They must those infected because it wasn't just runners down there. It was a whole bunch of clickers and one bloater. So a bunch of them can most definitely dig through the ground and try to find a way up. So when they making all that noise, especially when that truck they blew that truck up, it made so much noise. So they probably like immediately ran in that dark because the last time they was in that building. But this time they ran all the way to that side and just like, oh, it's so much noise over it. Then the truck just falls into the ground because it looked like the places was falling apart anyway. So Jordan's like up there sniping and shooting. In fact, they're killing them. Boom, 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 boom. I just like doing it. But he's sniping and taking them out left and right. And bro, the infected in this, bro, is it me, y'all? Did they come out like World War Z? They start charging out the ground and something. It wasn't like they came up slowly like. No, they full speed throttle ran out the ground, taking out all her men. All her men were getting slaughtered. And then I guess the other chief of command's like, "Hey man, run them over. And I don't know whoever was driving that car, they ain't running. No, they gone because they know what's gonna happen. So they drove, hit like a few on, and then they got out of there. And that's when we get that nice, beautiful picture shot of the bloater coming out the ground. He's like, that shot was beautiful right there. That's why I watched this episode for the bloater. Bloater comes out, gets the dude. He tells the girl to run. It grabs him, did the fatality from the game. It turns sticks his hand in his mouth and just throws it on the ground. And she just takes off running. She was supposed to run and hide, but she's chasing the Sam and them because she wants to kill him so bad. She is so thirsty for vengeance. She's like, I gotta kill him. So Ellie's in the car and stuff. She gets out the car. They got a little clicker girl, which in the game they don't have children infected, because of the ratings and stuff. So I'm cool with that. But in the show, they get away with it because it's a movie. It's like a show. So the girl flips around, jumps over the chair and all that stuff. It's like weird. It's like for Megan. Y'all remember how Megan was dancing? This girl's like flipping in the chair trying to get the Megan as a clicker because a clicker doesn't know how to climb overseas. It just, I'm gonna get you. When I get up there, I'm gonna kill you. So Eddie jumps to the front, gets out the door, closes the door. I guess locks it in the car, and I'm assuming at some point the little clicker girl busts out the window. That's what I'm gonna call the little clicker girl. Busts out the window in full throttles. Ellie and Sam and them are just running. Soon when they about to get to Joel, she pulls the gun out, about to shoot Sam's older brother. And the little clicker girl shows up again and kills her. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of creepy and scary how they did it too. Because when she was moving and stuff, I was like, whoever that little child is that did that acting for that clicker, girl, you gonna be someday. I mean that. That was beautiful. So they get away, and the same, like I said, some of the stuff that reflects in the game happens in the show as well. Like when Sam, he shows Ellie that he's been bitten, he got infected, and Ellie tells him my blood is a cure, which I don't think she knows how a vaccine works. Vaccine is usually made from samples deep of your DNA, and in her case, the cure is not in her blood; it's in her brain. So she's over there like, I'm just gonna cut myself and then rub some of my blood on your wound and see what they make away. Instead of her just telling them, because I wish they'd done this in the game in the show. I wish he had just told them that way. They could have just cut his leg off and they could have carried him to Tommy's. He would have just been in a wheelchair. And yeah, it's kind of messed up, but it was sad. I cried again. I cried in the game version because all of it happened so fast, and it's like I just started liking these characters. Like I like Joel and them, I like Sam and them too. And then when they died, I was like, yo, what? I actually cried. I dropped a tear. I was like, oh my god, because I'm just thinking to myself like, I have a brother and sister too, and I'm just like, man, if they got infected, could I shoot them like that? Because he didn't even hesitate. He didn't hesitate in the show or the game. He, boom. I was like, I don't think I could do that. I don't think anybody could shoot their brother or sister or mom who's infected. I might lock them in the closet and be like, Mom, when I find a vaccine, I'm coming back to get you. I swear I am. So it ends with Joel and Ellie burying them, which is even more sad. Because in the game, we don't get that. We don't know if they buried them or not because they don't really say. But in the show, we do get that self-warming, heartwarming moment where they show that they, you know, Joel buried him, and he's like, time to go. Ellie's like real sad. She writes sorry on his notepad and put it on his grave. I'm just like, man, you should have said sorry, Sam. That's what you should have said, Ellie, because that boy died believing in you. But again, like I said, this is more so he say, she say type of thing where I think where a lot of people are going to criticize the deafing part. But other than that, it was good. If I'm going to give this episode a 4.7 out of 5 stars. Yeah, just stick with the source material. I don't really mind the whole love scene between Bill and Frank again. It was fine, whatever. You can skip it and don't miss anything. But here it's just like, mwah, perfecto. Almost perfecto, actually. But yeah, man, it was a good episode. Go check it out, y'all. Go check it out. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We hit 223 subscribers. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Support your boy. And I'll see y'all in the next Last of Us episode review. Peace. Let's check this joint on out, y'all.